Hey guys, welcome back to Tech 702. Mike here. Today I want to go over a laptop with you. I picked up this Dell G3 15-inch. It's serving my purposes pretty well. I want to go ahead and do a quick review for you, so sit tight. So we'll start with the specs. It's the Dell G3, which is their entry gaming model. It's a 2019 version. It's called the 3590. Went ahead and went with the i7-9750H processor. I'm going to be doing video rendering with it, so I upgraded from the i5. 16 gigabytes of RAM on board. The GPU is a GTX 1660 Ti Max Q, more than adequate for my needs. Screen comes in at 15.6 inches, 1080p at 144 Hz. My SSD is a 512 gigabyte M.2, and there's also a 2.5-inch expansion bay if you need it. Now, moving into connections, couldn't be happier. We have Ethernet connection, we got Bluetooth 5 on board, 802.11ac Wi-Fi, but I also have a spot for a USB-C. I have where I can plug in my memory card and also plenty of USB slots. The G3 weighs in at a little over 5 pounds. I went with Alpine White. There's a black model available also. And the battery is a 3-cell, 51 watt hour, and it lasts me roughly 3 hours if it's unplugged, 45 minutes if I'm pushing it. Let's talk about gaming. I play pretty simple games. In World of Warcraft, at level 7, I was getting a solid 80 frames per second. Fortnite, 100 frames per second maxed out, no problem. And then Witcher 3, which is the only other game I play, I was still seeing about 60 frames. My desktop has an i5 processor, so stepping up to the i7 was a nice improvement. I get 30 to 40% faster processing speeds than I do with the i5 and the 1060 in my desktop. Ran some Cinebench here. It's right where you expect to find it. One of the annoying things that I try to stay away from Dell for is they do put quite a bit of bloatware. It seems to be about 2 gigabytes worth. It's mostly for its own system updating, system backups, their utilities, stuff of that nature. Now the keyboard, I really like it. It's backlit with the nice blue light. The keys are really easy. I have big hands, so it's not too compressed for me. I don't cramp up. That's a nice little display here. Power button's located centrally in the middle, and then there's a big G button for performance mode, which basically fires up the fans. So everything's laid out pretty nice. Webcam is 720p, it's like 0.9 megapixel. I can't get it to record. I've called Dell support, I've reinstalled everything, so here's a still frame of what that camera looks like, but I can't record a video on it. So that's it. What do you think? The Dell G3. For me, it meets my needs pretty well. I have the hyper-threading available so that I can render out my videos. It plays my old school games that I like to play, or some of the simpler games like Fortnite at max. No issues there. So if you can find a better deal in the Acer or the Asus type in that caliber, you can probably save a few $100 and get by. Or drop down to an i5 processor if you're just a gamer and not worried about the video rendering. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about the G3 and if you have any other recommendations for stuff you'd like me to check out or compare it to. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. I'm out.